Hey guys, BCL here, and we have here is the preview of the second game today, a big one, Denmark against Belgium. Before I start, again, thank you once again for all the likes and for all the subscriptions. I really hope that you like the format. I am trying to keep these videos short. Not to dwell, too much about what's happening. Just some facts and just some target scores for the trade. But anyway, yeah. Looking back, going back to the game, Denmark against Belgium, and the question is, who can tell me how this one will end? How will Denmark react? I mean, will they be motivated? Will they be able? Mentally, to face such a strong opponent as Belgium? That's a big question. Belgium is 2.06 to win. Denmark is 4.4, as you can see. I think that Belgium was similarly priced in their game with Russia, and then I recommended to back Belgium. Belgium won 3-0. Here the situation is slightly different and a little bit more difficult to predict. In terms of the goals, we have 2.5 for the overs. And I think this is generous because, Belgium is more than capable of scoring. Denmark fighting for their lives, really. And 2.5, I would expect a price that is a little bit lower. I mean, 2.5 is really generous. Denmark fighting for their lives wasn't maybe the best statement, but all the best to Christian Eriksen. I really hope that he will recover very soon. I just meant that they can't lose if they want to stay in the tournament, obviously, but I thought I will explain this. But anyway, okay, so the correct scores, we have the market expecting 0-1 and 1-1, the most, 7-4 and 7.2. So let's have a quick look at the recent results. So yeah, Denmark, we've said everything. They lost 1-0 to Finland in the opener. And they just have to bounce back. Denmark with just 2 losses in their last 12 internationals, they still have hope of reaching the Euro knockouts. Belgium, my favorites for the whole tournament, they, demolished Russia 3-0. They won 4 out of their 5 last games at European Championships. So very, very impressive. And also Belgium scoring an average of 2.7 goals per match across their last 10 fixtures. And Red Devils remain FIFA's #1 ranked team. So very good performance. So for this one, I want to build the trade a little bit more around goals, and I want to start with, again, backing 2-1 and 1-2. And if and then I think that both teams will score, and again, some of the recent Belgium results are 1-0 against Croatia, 1-1 against Greece, 1-1 against Czech Republic. But when they last met Denmark, they won 4-2 in 2020 in United Nations League. So, but also Denmark 1-1 against Germany, 2-0 against Bosnia. It can go either way, but but I would assume there are goals. And I would add 1-1 to the equation, and I would go with 2-0 for Belgium. So a similar starting point to my earlier games. That would give us a little bit less than 100% profit on 1-1 and more than 100% on 2-0 or 0-2, 1-2 and 2-1, which I think is a good starting point, because if Denmark fights with Belgium, and I'm sure they will, an equalizer from either side is very probable, and then we will have 2-1 and 1-2 to work with. If it turns out that, you know, they are not mentally ready to face such team as Belgium, then Belgium will just get a win, and for that I have 0-2 covered. So let's see how that happens. Again, I am keeping my fifth target score for later, so that I can, you know, increase the liability later if needed. But I'm hoping that this will go my way, so fingers crossed for that. And feel free to share your thoughts on this game, either on Twitter or in the comments section below this video. So thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the third game today.